Shop Talk is filmed at 1009 Kingston Road in Toronto.
So what ended up happening with Jussie is he says he was returning to Chicago from New York.
Yeah.
Went to a Subway to get a sandwich for dinner.
Okay.
And after leaving the Subway, two white men with masks were like hurling racial and like homophobic slurs at him.
Really?
And then they beat him up, tied a noose around his neck.
Whoa.
Poured bleach on him.
Wow.
And yelled, "This is MAGA country. Make America great again country."
Wow. Racism. Wow. That's racism at its fullest. That, I don't think that's homophobic. That's more racism.
Interesting. Because people are talking about that now too. Whether or not it was a racist act, whether or not it was a homophobic act.
I think that's more of a racist.
Yeah, they call him a faggot too, I think. Yeah. It's both. It's both. They call him both. It's both.
Well, the racism means homosexuals too, right? Like there's racism, right?
Prejudice to the
prejudice
to the homos, and then to the racists, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, it's both. It's a blend of both. Yeah. It's ignorance at its finest.
That's it. They call it intersectionality because he's gay and black.
Yeah, exactly. It's ignorance at its finest. It's ignorance at its finest.
That's crazy.
I mean, Toronto has
Completely crazy.
Yeah, that's
right.
That's
so crazy.
You're going back into the 50s and the 40s in America with the Ku Klux Klan. You might as well, right? That's Ku Klux Klan kind of thing. Burning crosses on your lawn, putting hoods, lynchings in the trees, you know what I mean? So they're not doing it literally, but they basically are saying that this is what they want to do to these kind of people, right? Like, not only he's gay, he's black, like you said. He's got money on top of that, right? So he's famous. And they hate that. They hate Americans hate that. Like,
all the grandkids probably married black people.
They're mad because what?
Because all the granddaughters married black people, like black people.
Oh, the Kardashians?
No, all the Ku Klux Klan.
Oh, just in general.
The elders, because
yeah.
Everybody's mixing now, so that's why they're mad.
And also, there is like a rise in like the popularity of black culture.
Right. So
Steve Harvey, because of course people are speaking out, like, because people are taking this like, what are you talking about? Like, it's open season now. It feels like it's open season on black people. So Steve Harvey was like, "We got your back. Whatever you need us to do, we'll come out. We'll handle it. Like, basically, we'll ride for you."
Really? White guy signing his check. He's not doing anything. That's what I know. That's the thing about this. There's a lot of racism in Black America, but blacks don't stand up for themselves in Black America. They don't fight back. You know what I mean? They allow themselves to get humiliated instead of going after these and doing the same thing, or, you know what I mean? Like, fight fire with fire. Like, you know? Like, fight fire with fire. That's why in the West Indies and people in Toronto, you don't have those kind of problems. You don't see no guys, white guys, doing that to a black guy in Toronto. Because you'll get it if you do. If you try any stupidness here. But in America, they seem so humbled, you know?
You know what it is?
Tell me.
Our own kind is our own poison. So that's what it boils down to. You know what I'm saying? Our own kind is our own poison. So, you know, it's not just every race. There's racism in every culture and every race. But you see, like, for example, like black people or West Indian people, we're like racist to our own in a weird way. You know what I'm saying? Like you gotta understand it. It's like weird. I know people out there are gonna wonder what the hell is he saying, but it's weird. And it goes back to what Sean said. It's like it's almost like these guys gave up or they give in. You know what I'm saying? But the same is, you know what it is? It's like some people want to fight, but they choose to fight when it's convenient for them. That's the way it's going with our own people, our own families and friends. You know what I'm saying?
So as crazy as everything sounds, not everybody believed Jussie. Not everybody, yeah.
Not everybody believes.
No, and especially when and you know what? I hate to admit this, you guys, but when I first heard it, it sounded just too crazy. It sounded too crazy to me.
Right.
The fact that these guys would have masks and bleach and a noose.
I was about to ask you about that. So these guys walking around with bleach and all this equipment with them, looking for a black gay guy?
Okay, well, this is part of the story that I forgot to add. 8 days ago, a letter was sent to Fox News threatening Jussie. One of those like ransom note type letters saying we'll kill you, F word.
this is what happened. This is what Jussie gets. I don't even know who Jussie is, but from what I understand of this whole story, I'm only just coming to realize this is what Jussie gets for pushing himself up around this type of people or this type of crowd or showing up himself in the audience, or you know what I mean? He should have just relaxed, took himself away or stayed distant, or you know what I mean? He's trying to push up himself too much, and this is what happened in that. He has to thank God he's still alive. You know, because some wrong set of guys, they may be very crazy with the racist thing or they're very homophobic. They might have tried to do something even more crazier to him. So at least it was just to do bleach on him and hung him up a little bit. He's still alive, he's alright, you know, but just has to learn, you know? That's it.
Those guys need to learn. Those guys need to learn.
Come on.
Let me push myself around like that, bro.
If it happened, hate crime, because they're like, police might consider it a hate crime.
It is a hate crime.
Come on.
It is a hate crime, listen to me. It is a hate crime. But you see what it is Jussie kind of asked for it in a weird way.
Oh,
you know
wow.
What I'm saying? He kind of asked for it. He asked for it, no?
How?
Did he ask for it? I don't know the exact story. I just know from what I heard, right? I'm not saying it's right. You could be gay or not gay, but just know, you know what I'm saying? Know yourself. Know where you're going. Know who you're sharing your stories with or your business. Or some people take
Well,
this
they were
thing-
telling him after the death threat came to Fox News that he should have gotten security. Yeah.
Yeah.
If he made it up.
Yeah, likes,
Think
subscribe,
about it. No,
subscribe, likes,
What else?
subscribe,
What
likes.
else though? To say that he was attacked by a "Make America Great Again," people wearing the hat and them yelling that. What benefit is there to that? Why would he do that?
More hate towards Trump, right? That's what they're doing, right? They're making more hate towards Trump, right? All this, the Make American Great hat is Trump's hat, right? So this is being staged to make more hate towards Trump by them staging this. So if they staged it, it's sort of saying, oh, Trump's behind it. You see, Trump don't like us. Trump doesn't like this. Come on, Trump's a capitalist. He only cares about money. He doesn't care about your gender or your race or your color. If he can make money off you, he's going to make money off you. So if these people are going to get popular off of this, they're getting popular because we're talking about it, right? So it's working. Likes,
True.
likes.
No such thing as bad publicity, right?
It's
Isn't that what they
just,
say?
it's crazy because okay. So this was my rationale.
Yeah.
We're coming upon like the new election, right? The Democrats don't have very strong contenders. I'm almost like, it's not beyond somebody to feel like nervous about the future, to want to take stuff into their own hands.
Right.
You know what I mean? To kind of create this moment
Right.
to put like a negative spin on like the Republican Party.
Right.
Because it worked like that. People were upset. Literally online, if you go right now, there are people, Democrats versus Republicans, fighting about the validity of this event, whether or not this happened.
And just the timing of this whole thing too, because you just said he just came out recently.
No, I don't know when he came out. When Empire first came out, he came out. Look,
I just read the article yesterday.
Came out when?
2015, he came out as gay.
right?
Yeah.
Okay. Coming out, do we think there's any connection to the fact that he's out publicly? Should he not have been out publicly, like Strezzy says?
I just think America's a mess. And I think people are ignorant. Bottom line, I don't think it has anything to do with coming out. I don't know if it's true, not true.
This is it. Did you have any doubt when you heard the story?
I just read it yesterday. I just read it.
Yeah.
So
and
it's very
to you,
one-sided.
It didn't seem like too out of this world. Like it was just like.
Well, I saw footage of two masked guys blurry on a surveillance camera. You couldn't tell who they were. And it just, and then it showed a picture of his face. He was clearly beaten, but I mean, I don't know. I wasn't there. I don't know the guy. I don't even know who the guy is.
Yeah.
Hey, decent. Nowadays, with technology and the world and what's going on with all these young celebrities, for the record, I don't even know who Jussie is, and it's no big deal because I'm not in tune too much. I know it. I know like Jussie, the tattoo artist Jussie from Cut and Run, Jussie the Body Ventura from wrestling, Jesse James.
Okay.
But I don't know who's this guy Jussie. But
Yeah.
from what I'm hearing or what I'm gathering to believe or understand is sometimes I'm not saying it's right or wrong or whatever happened to him, but we as people or as civilians or people that are still down to earth, that are still not high and lost in the clouds. You got to remember, with all this social media and all this publicity and publicity stunts going on, we don't know what to believe until we see or hear more facts. Because you never know, right? You never know. And you'd be surprised at things people are doing for publicity. You'd be surprised, yeah.
But also the stuff that people are making up. I literally don't know what to believe anymore.
No.
I question like everything. Come on, this guy gets brutally beat like this, and the first thing I'm like, I don't know.
I know.
What's the story?
If that happens to you and it really happened, and now everybody questions whether you're telling the truth or lying.
I know.
And then everybody's got an opinion online.
Yeah.
And then they have slurs and racial slurs and homophobic slurs and are looking for attention or whatever. And this poor guy's face is clearly hurt.
This is it. So something happened to Jussie. Right. It's just not clear what. Because it's like there are all these cameras.
Just because you got beat up doesn't necessarily mean that it was a racial and homophobic thing.
He could have been thrown a bar. He could have gone to fight a bar or something, and then now he's a star celebrity. He's trying to make sure he's getting some type of, you know what I mean? Some type of good publicity off of this, or they call it clout nowadays. He's trying to get this clout, you know what I'm saying? It builds him up because now everyone's looking him up. I never even heard about him until right now. And now I'm curious.
Shut him up. Looked like he got beat up, right? Could have done all this. Because, like Peter said, there's no bad publicity, right? So even if you take a couple of punches and you look away, and you're gonna get, you know, people's attention, you're gonna do it, right?
How do we know what
women,
to
like last
believe?
week, we were talking about these women calling out rape and calling out this. When you call it out and it's not real, you're still calling it out. It's gonna get news. It's gonna. So, yeah, this guy's getting attention. Like, he's getting attention from what he did. He probably was forgotten. Nobody was I didn't even know what you're talking about before this. And how all of a sudden he comes out of the closet? Yo, you coming out of the closet still? These people should be out of the closet by now, no?
No, I think he was out of the closet. Mish said 2015 or so. So he came out of the closet back when the show first started. He had no choice because he was playing a gay character, and I feel like people weren't sure about
but there's more gays in Hollywood now than there is straight guys in Hollywood. So we're the odd ones now.
I wanted to show you guys. The ransom note, because the ransom note, just everything from and what's so funny is. What's so funny is, I thought I was the only one that was suspicious about this. I actually was suspicious and I didn't say anything about it. I was like, no, this sounds like really, really fake. So then when I heard other people, this is the ransom note. So obviously written with a left hand, right? So that you can't tell like who wrote it and stuff like that. It has him with a noose around his neck, like happened 8 days later. I know. I don't know what to think.
Well, you know what? For me, because of the way things are nowadays and the internet and the fake news and all this stuff, I just go with my gut.
Yeah.
I gotta let my gut just guide me, man. And to me, that doesn't sound... Jussie, if this happened to you...
There are a lot of questions.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
I don't know. It just sounds a little bit suspicious.
There's no gay bashing going on anymore. That's 80s.
I don't know. Maybe there's...
Nobody gets gay bashed for being gay anymore.
So funny you said that.
Yeah,
because
like...
I wonder. But then, as a person that's not gay, do we have a right to even say that? Because some people are very truthfully living in fear.
Yeah, I know, but
some people are. It's very real.
There's so much support now when that comes to things like that, right? So honestly, there'd be more backlash, honestly, towards the situation from the LGBT community than just from people talking about it, because they would jump on this. Even the civil rights would jump on this if it was real. But now you're saying it, it's like wait a second, is this guy playing people? Because, yo, he'd have communities behind him, backing him. Rainbow Village would be right behind him, man.
Yeah, they should be picketing.
Right behind him.
Yeah, they're not picketing already.
Well, this is the thing.
This guy's a celebrity. There's people should be picketing to support.
Yeah.
Question everything.
This is the thing.
Question everything.
Hold on, this is what I don't understand about Kanye. Did he say that he wants black people to go back to Africa?
No.
He didn't say that?
No.
Okay.
He said black people chose slavery. They had a choice or whatever. Slavery was a choice.
Oh, yeah, that's what it was. Okay.
Okay. What's real, though, is that white supremacists are empowered by Trump. He has inflamed just white supremacy.
Yeah.
Sure, there's no doubt about it. They're out there. The militias, there's militias out there that are ready for a civil war. They're ready for a war.
To get him on his side, right? It's just because he, in his little brain, he wants to make America great again by keeping out like drug cartels and like, you know, gangland people from coming into the States and raping like people.
This is what he's saying.
Right?
Because even when they asked him about Jussie, he was like, see, that's why we need the wall.
Yeah, but then...
What he said?
Yeah, that's why we need that wall.
Perfect, yeah.
Keep the people out.
The people, not the drugs. Without the drugs, the billion-dollar empire that the American States is known for wouldn't survive. So the people, they don't want them to be making the money in the United States of America. But the drugs, let them in. They don't care about the...
all Muslim people went to Europe, right? They scattered in Europe, and now like good countries have like such bad high rape counts now. Like, you know, so I see where Trump's going for immigration. It's like you get bad seeds in your country, right? But then other people are taking it the wrong way because, like,
they
say,
don't want the money coming
no,
from
but
yeah, but
well,
let's
because
talk about,
KKK doesn't like colored
this
people.
is it. So let's
or
talk about
gays,
bad seeds
and other
in America.
than that, so they're jumping on Trump's back, basically saying, okay, well, he's kind of floating the boat in our direction too, right? So let's sail with him.
Oh yeah, they're gonna sail with him.
So if you don't want like Mexican people,
that the last 8 years they had to sail with Obama, right? A Muslim name, a black man, well, half black man. They had to put up with 8 years of him. So now they got Trump in now. They're gonna put up with 8 years of Trump. You know, they didn't want to put up with 8 years of Obama, but they're gonna put up with 8 years of Trump no matter how bad he is. Because he's a white man and he's a capitalist and he makes
Trump
money.
Is out?
Yeah, Trump's gonna be done in a year.
I don't know if Trump's
They're not
out.
gonna vote for him again.
I don't think Trump's out. That's what we said about Bush, and
they
Bush
would have
got
to be,
to.
no, they would have to be crazy to vote for Trump because it doesn't make no sense. Look at what he's doing. He's trying to change America. He's trying to bring it back in the days time. Not to say it this way, this blunt, but he's trying to make America. He's saying make America great again, but he's just trying to make America white again.
Yeah.
And it's nothing personal like white or I got white friends, family, whatever. But the point is that he's trying to make it like white, like back in the day, like the white style, like it's just all white again. And that's fine if that's what he wants for his country, but for business or for lifestyle or for the economy, what does and I don't want to sound like, because this is the topic, right? But what's gonna happen? What are these old-fashioned white people gonna do in America when he makes it white again? Think about it. You're kicking out all the people that
thrive.
Yeah, you're kicking out all the people that work, that do all the work, and not taking nothing away from no one or putting no business out there. But half of those guys you're trying to kick out, they're working for your country right now, getting underpaid. You know what I'm saying? They're working extra hard. Your white family, Donald Trump's white family and whoever his white friends, they're not gonna do all that shit, and they're not gonna put it in. And America will just go down to shits. America will go down to shits, or it'll turn into like it'll almost be like a third world country eventually. That's what'll happen to it, believe it or not. It'll go down to shits or it'll turn to a third world country eventually. That's what'll happen to that place if Donald Trump has his way.
Forget about anybody else. The Chinese don't want Trump out because they're capitalists and they want money. So they're gonna do whatever they gotta do to keep a guy like him in business because they're gonna make money off Trump.
That's everybody, Saudi Arabia.
You know what I mean?
Everybody.
They're Saudis. Yes, all the people that are greedy for money love Trump.
Because that's what Trump's about. That's what Trump's been about from day one. That's why his friends are friends like Don King and these type of guys. I'm not putting their name out there for any reason. They're all cool, but I'm just saying, Trump is all about money. Everybody knows that. Everyone knows that from the beginning. But you see now, since he came in,
America sees them.
it's changing now from just his money to like it's turning into like a racial thing or like race. I don't know why it's like race is like a big thing with this guy, right?
Trump's not rich.
He's exploited it. I feel like he's exploited it
Yeah,
to
and
get
I don't
a lot
think-
of support.
I don't think Trump is really like, he may be racist, like people, all cultures are all racist inside. He may be a little racist, but a lot of his friends are not white. Trump likes money. Trump and his family like money. It's just, he figures in his head to get rid of all these people, it's going to make him and his, not to say his kind, but his people, they're going to make more money. They're going to capitalize more. He wants in on everything. Trump is like the legit mob, you know what I'm saying? Trump's thing is like different. Trump's thing is very different. He's a legit mob.
They're going to be his friends that are going to help build that wall too, right? That's his company.
Oh, those
his friends'
contracts.
companies, contractors.
Hey, you guys remember Godfather 3, right? What Michael said. It's time to move out of like the bullshit and go into legitimate business.
Expand, yeah, see? That's it.
Legitimate business. That's where the money is.
Exactly.
You own
It's not
the,
about racism. That's a smokescreen.
you own the world like that.
It's a smoke screen.
Yeah,
It's about the cash. Trump
that's a
is all about
smokescreen,
cash.
man. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, because poor people can't all get together. You'll get more people coming together about race than
Yes.
you will about money.
Yes, for sure.
That guy
There's
just
1%.
whatever he's doing, he's gonna get more publicity now than ever before in his whole career. He's probably gonna make more money off our book, off the situation. Yo, I'm telling you, this is gonna turn into. He's gonna go on CNN. He's gonna go on all the shows, and he's gonna be
being attacked.
either he's a victim or not.
Any evidence from his phone?
It's all a setup, man. It's all.
You got two of the most, you see, for example, Jussie, like Ashan just said, you got two of the most, I don't know how to say it, but like race and gay is like two of the biggest things you could talk about right now.
Right
They're like
now,
the hottest
for sure.
topics, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They're all looking up this thing because they want to know. Like, I don't even know who the guy is. I don't even know who Jussie is. But now I'm wondering what really happened. You know what I'm saying? But I'll have to ask the guys later whenever we have time.
It's crazy. Whatever it is, it's crazy news. Fake news, crazy news, CNN news. You know, they all.
It's just something. Jussie's smart. Jussie's going for the big movie role next. That's what he's getting.
Imagine that. The guy played a homosexual. He came out and said he's a homosexual. And on top of that, he got beat up by white America. I mean, because he's a homosexual. I mean, that's the empire right there. That guy's gonna have an empire himself.
He needs his own show. Jussie needs his own show.
Just called him, yeah. A bunch of sponsors just called him in the last week. So be smart, yeah. That's why they say
Surviving R. Kelly. It's gonna be surviving Jussie. What's his last name?
Smollett.
Smollett. Jussie. Surviving Jussie. I survived or whatever. I don't know.
You guys are so funny. Final word, Pete, so I can wrap this up.
Well, he was kind of like a Hugh Hefner, no?
For me? Oh.
R. Kelly, no? The girls knew what they were getting into.
Of course. Yeah, for me, I just say, go with your gut, man. And there's so much fake news out there now. I think people are just using the internet and social media as a ways to like get their stories out. It's all acting, in my opinion. A lot of it has to do with a lot of acting and a lot of dramatization. It's not real, man. Think for yourself. Those are my final words.
Yeah.
No one on the corner had swagger like us, swagger like us, swagger like us. No one on the corner had swagger like us, swagger like us, swagger like us. No one on the corner had swagger like us, swagger like us.
This is Pete Cutter from Cut and Run. Thank you for watching another week of Chop Talk. Please subscribe.
I did it.